What are your two different types of doing nothing? Super interesting, like the distinction. And I had one of those over the weekend. It was a Saturday, no one else in the house. I was like, right, I'm going to make all this book progress. And I made zero book progress. I just browsed YouTube all day. And I was listening to the audiobook last night. I was like, oh, if I had this terminology of like, fuck it, nothing, I would have called it, I would have just like written the day off. But I didn't. And so I felt guilty for the whole day. And it's like, ugh, nightmare.
So I think that's really, really important. And I think that when we're taught so much how to work and we're not taught that well how to take time and know when we're probably a little bit burnt out and all of these different things, that actually if we took rest we would be much better tomorrow. The idea of planned nothing and fuck it nothing are the fact that actually I believe wholeheartedly in time management. I believe that time management is stress management. For some people you're going to be very like type A and it's going to be like, of course you're time managing, like of course at the beginning of your week you know what your whole week looks like and all of this. Other people are going to be like, no, I won't know till the day. I do believe though that if you want to fit a certain amount of things in, you have to be good at time management and you have to do your 10,000 hours and make yourself good at time management. You don't have to want to, fine. I think that it's really important to also give a bit of tough love and be like, if you want to do X, Y, and Z, you have to plan. It's not going to happen without you planning it. So whether that's starting to go to the gym, whether that's starting a new side hustle or a new hobby or any of those things, if you're not planning those things in the same way as if you don't plan in the gym, or, you know, if you don't put your doctor's appointment in your diary, it's not going to happen. So the idea of like plan nothing and fuck it nothing is when you're looking at your week plan and you're doing, or your day plan and you're doing your plan for yourself, I think it's really important to have enough planned nothing in there. And I don't think we do that because planning nothing, again, seems quite oxymoronic. It doesn't make sense. But knowing your boundaries and getting to know how you're most productive and how you're happiest is really, really important, and that all comes then into your time management. So for me, for example, I know that from a Monday to Thursday, so weekdays, I'm probably going to want to do something 2 nights and do nothing 2 nights. And that's my limit usually. So like this week, I've had something every single night. And I hate it. I feel dead. I've started every day feeling like an absolute zombie. I don't have any thinking time. I don't have time to stare at the ceiling. Like I don't, you know, I'm not able to kind of process things in the same way. And so I get anxious about things and I get stressed and I don't feel like I'm my best self. The way we mitigate that is by understanding those boundaries. And for me, usually, if I look at next week, for example, and I've got something in on Wednesday and Thursday, and someone says, are you free on Tuesday? I'm actually not free on Tuesday. It might look, if you looked at my diary, like I'm free, but I'm not. These are my non-negotiables, and this is how I manage myself to be able to be my best self for my goals, whether those are personal life, whether those are work. Fuck it nothing is understanding that we can plan as much as we want. We can operate by those rules. We can, you know, I can know that I'm going out Wednesday and Thursday next week for dinner. And I can know that I'm doing Monday and Tuesday in, and then whatever at the weekend, I've got it all planned. And I can get to Wednesday and I can be like, I actually either don't want to, or I can't, or I'm feeling really burnt out, or my mental health isn't there, or any of those things. And understanding that we can plan for absolutely everything and we can't plan for the fact that we're human. And so fuck it nothing is essentially being able to be like, fuck it, not doing that. And I think important distinction again is like you get a real dopamine hit when you think you had to do something and then you don't have to do something. So you have a plan with someone and then you cancel that plan, you get that dopamine hit. But then also you can get into the habit of doing that because you think you need that, and actually what you needed was to push yourself out there and go out to dinner and have a good laugh with someone you haven't caught up with in a while. But it feels like a chore when you're at the end of that day and you're like, oh, that's the last thing I want to do. So I think understanding as well the boundaries of fuck it nothing too are really important. But I do think that if we don't have fuck it nothing, say your Saturday night where you were going to make a huge amount of progress with the book, and you decide not to, what you really needed in that time was fuck it nothing. You needed to be like, fuck it, I'm doing absolutely nothing. Instead, you probably sat on the sofa being like, I'm meant to be doing something, and then felt you probably didn't get the benefit of doing nothing, and you didn't get the benefit of doing work. And so I think understanding our human limits and our boundaries and being able to just say, I'm not going to do that, and I know I'm not going to do that, and I'm okay with not doing that, is one of the most important things you can do for your productivity and your time management and your self-care.
Hey friends, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this clip, then click here for the full unedited episode. And if you like that, then do please consider subscribing to the channel. It means a lot. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.